Hello and welcome to episode 166 of Heroes of Handheld, the world's premium podcast dedicated to everything handheld gaming. It's like I'm reading from a script because we say that at the start of every podcast. Well, I do anyway. It's like I'm reading from a script. We're the premium podcast because I think back when we first started this podcast 2 or 3 years ago, I initially started by saying we are the only and the best, but we had no way of confirming this. And it turns out there were other podcasts. So there you go.
Whoopsie!
Whoopsie, copyright infringement. But anyway, we in our heads we're one of the best. We're one of the most loving. I'd say we're very giving. We love everyone.
I don't think it matters because even if you lie, you still make your way to the top.
Yeah. Anyway, I like the reference. Good. Anyway, Heroes of Handheld. Hi. We like to talk about handheld gaming, Vitas, PlayStation. I've already said that. PlayStation portables. What else? PS4s. Nintendo devices. 3DS,
Yep,
2DS. Nintendo Switch is the new addition to our family, so we'll be talking about that a lot more in the coming weeks. But we are back to talk about everything gaming and have a jolly good time whilst we do it. So I'm sat here in a blanket because it's bloody freezing here in the United Kingdom. It's so cold, and it wouldn't be a proper British podcast if we didn't start by talking about the weather. So, Chris, how are you finding the fog?
Horrendous. It's really weird waking up in the morning and not being able to see outside.
I'm just waiting for the Dementors to come and suck the happiness out of everyone.
Ooh,
that is
good
one
reference. I would compare it to Frank Darabont's The Mist.
Oh, that's a great film. A lot of people don't like that.
Yeah, I just thought I'd make that reference.
You've not seen it? What? You should watch it. It's so good. I hope, has the ending been ruined for you?
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I did a call it and looked it up on YouTube, but I didn't really.
The reels? Oh. Do you actually know what the ending is of The Mist?
Vaguely, but I don't think we should talk about it on
It's not vaguely. It's just the ending. It's not like a big. That's annoying. It's such a good film. I love that film, and I love the ending. Anyway. Right. Let's talk about stuff. So, talking about Harry Potter, let's get us off our chest to start with. So, this week, this has nothing to do with gaming. So this week, as a lot of people will know listening to this, that there is a play happening in this jolly old country in England, in the capital, our great capital, London town, which is where Chris resides, on top of the Pineapple Building, which is also called the Gherkin, where Lord Sugar also lives as well. So this play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, is a not really a sequel, but it's a story all about the kids of the main series of Harry Potter. That's all I know about it.
Have you read the book?
No, I don't want to until I see it because I'm going to be seeing it. Right. So, of course, Harry Potter is a massive. Hi, Chris. How you doing, mate?
Yeah.
So Harry Potter is a massive worldwide phenomenon, and it still is. After about 20 years, people still love it. I recently went to the Harry Potter tour in London. It was fantastic, but that's not important. The important thing is that they release more tickets for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in London town. And this is for performances a long way in advance in 2018. So over a year, you'd have to wait for these bad boys because every time they release tickets, they sell out instantly. Everyone wants them all around the world. People are flocking to this country to go and see it. So the latest batch of tickets were released, I believe it was it Monday morning or was it Tuesday morning they released? I think it was Monday, actually thinking about it. And everyone was very excited. I love Harry Potter. I'd say if I ever go to a pub quiz, my subject of choice is Harry Potter. I feel I'm pretty good with that, and I really want to see it. And a lot of people are reading the book version of The Cursed Child. I am not reading it because I don't want it to be ruined for me, but a lot of people are.
What's the type of car that they drive in the second film?
It is a Ford. Oh my god. Go on. No.
What's the type of car?
No.
Mr. Harry Potter in a pub quiz. You got to ask one question. The one question that always comes up whenever it's Harry Potter in a pub quiz. I know it. You're Googling it. I know you're Googling it.
I'm not Googling anything. I really don't like your accusation.
You're typing. It's a Ford Anglia.
I'm not typing anything. It's a Ford Anglia, Chris. For God's sake. Anyway, that's not important. Right, so tickets went on sale and I was working, so I could not get tickets, but my girlfriend's sister did try and get tickets, and she was successful. We got tickets for March 2018. We were very excited and can't wait. So I know that a little birdie told me that my good pal Chris over there was also trying to get tickets, and I don't know what the outcome was of this, and I'm really interested to hear the story. So Chris, how did it go? Did you get tickets, and will I be seeing you there in March 2018?
So I was when I joined the queue, I was 22,000th.
Wow. Okay.
And by the time it got down to zero, and it did get down to zero, which I was impressed with, the last 1,000 moved very fast.
There's
I
probably
was
a reason for that.
so this is my second time this month trying to buy digital theatre tickets, because the first time was Hamilton, and Hamilton was quite slow, but it was slow because there were a lot of people doing it. Whereas the Harry Potter ticket system is so frustrating because you get down to zero, and then it's like, oh, you've got 10, you've got, I think it's like 15 minutes. I was like, oh, 15 minutes, fine, great. And every other site, that 15 minutes is like, you've got 50 minutes to complete your purchase. Whereas this was like, you've got 50 minutes to find a date that works, find some seats that work, and then try and pay for them. And I wanted to take my partner because, like it's two, it's going to theatre is a 2-person thing, really, for most people. And every different day that I tried, as soon as I put in that there was 2 people, it was like, sorry, no tickets available. You can't get 2 seats next to each other on this one. Okay. Let's try another day. Oh, sorry, you can't get to. So meanwhile, the timer at the top is ticking down, and I think I tried about 20 different days and just could not get 2 tickets together at all. And what really annoyed me about it is like, why couldn't I have put that in at the start and they have just shown me the dates that there were 2 tickets available for?
Yeah.
But instead it was like, pick a date. Oh, you might get lucky, you might not. Meanwhile, the time's ticking, and the time, like, if you can't find a seat in that time, it just kicks you out. Like, you don't get any more time. So I just couldn't find a seat, and then I just gave up because the website was so slow and shit. So I guess I'm not going to see it.
That's weird.
The bad joke was when it loaded, when the first thing loaded, and I'd seen your girlfriend's comment on my Instagram. I was like, I've got to get tickets for that day and not tell him for the next year, because it would be so fucking funny when you get there and you're just like, oh, hey, Chris.
Right, mate. It's a podcast from here. Great.
I have also clocked that the day you've booked is a Wednesday, which is a podcast day. So I hope you're going to be rescheduling.
We should do, if they have free Wi-Fi at this theatre, we should do live from the Harry Potter theatre. That'd be
absolutely
hilarious.
In the intervals. So yeah, I'm pretty pissed off because the thing with Hamilton was, when you were in the queue, it took a long time to get your tickets, but it told you what was going on the whole time. Whereas Harry Potter, you'd click a link and it would just be really slow to load. And it's like, oh. So yeah, a bit frustrated, but not that fussed because also it's like, I'll get Friday 40 tickets or returns or something. I've read the book, so I know what happened, and I can just tell you. So I've got that to hold over you for the next year and a half.
What we should do is put it on YouTube and I'll have a look. That's how it works. That's how it works.
Oh yeah,
you do that. Well, that's a shame. That's sad that you couldn't get tickets, but you got Hamilton one, so that's something for you.
Hamilton.
Is that the song? Is that the main song?
Yeah, that's one. That's one of the bits.
Yeah,
so it's yeah. Let's talk. Can we talk? We've been texting this week because I finished The Walking Dead Michonne over the weekend.
Yeah. So Telltale is a big part of our lives. I feel we love Telltale.
Yeah, we between us, I think we've played almost every one, apart from maybe Minecraft.
And I've not played the Borderlands one either. They're the 2 I've not played. Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played all of them. And Walking Dead Michonne, that was the one I've mentioned recently, the one I played last. And Chris finally played and completed it. And I'm very glad he thought the same with me about the ridiculous choices.
I found that game very disappointing.
Oh yeah, understatement.
You can't put your like footprint on the universe at all.
No.
Yeah, and it's like Michonne, I thought the acting was really good. And I thought the characters were quite cool, but like, yeah, it's just I don't know, just it's quite a flat ending. And also it's like the whole game, Michonne is struggling because she gets PTSD from her children.
Bloody kids.
Save her kids. But it's like the way they put it in the game is so weird because there are points where it's like, do you want to help the people the gamer knows is real, or do you want to, I don't know, help out the visions you're having? And it's like,
think about that. Yeah. It was. I completely agree. It was well acted, but this has been a complaint of a lot of Telltale games where it feels like your decisions don't actually matter. And the big part of playing these games is that you like it to feel like it's your own unique story. So the decisions you make are unique to you or whatever. But with this game, it felt it didn't matter what you did, you always got the same outcome. There was no differences, exactly the same. And I was very, very frustrated. I must say, the last episode, the second episode, I really enjoyed. There's a lot of tense moments and some good decisions you have to make. But the third episode was so bad, in my opinion.
The third episode has you basically the first episode. To do them really briefly, you find this like colony of ships, and then the second colony is the second episode is you kind of escaping and ending up in a house. And then the last episode is like a siege on the house, and it's like I think I liked it, but I just kind of didn't really connect. And also, it's like the way they put in the other characters. Some of the characters are really well developed. Like I like the bloke you're with a lot of the time. The bad guys were quite cool, but towards the end, they bring back this crew and these people you meet very early on, as if it's like some sort of threat, and it's like, okay, I don't care about these people at all.
But what about the bit on the boat where they're having jokes and playing games, and you get to connect to the guy?
See, I think they only put that in because they realized, because it's like a flashback. Anyway, not great, but still better than some games, I guess.
No, it was terrible. I was so deflated at the end of that. And you can actually watch me play episodes 1 and 2 by searching Colin Byrne on YouTube.
I finished another game this week. Can we talk really? I'm sorry, I know we've got loads to do, but can we talk really briefly about it?
What do you play? What you done? What you doing?
I finished. Well, me and my partner finished because we were playing it together. Until Dawn, the PS4 horror game.
Ah, yes, the game where I've watched all the endings on YouTube. Now, please tell me which one you got.
Which I enjoyed a lot, but I kind of feel like a lot of people say it's got a lot of replay value, and to me, I don't really want to replay it because like the decisions I made, I kind of want them to stick, and it's slightly frustrating, but it was quite a cool finale.
But the question is, how many characters died in your journey?
I think there are 8 characters total. I want to say 4 died.
Oh.
And 4 survived. So they did okay. But if the part I'm gonna tread lightly, but part of the end game, there's a sequence where a lot of characters fates, I think, are decided in sort of rapidish succession. Like it's quite an intense period. And I made decisions at that point in which I feel like the game didn't do a very good job in explaining what would happen if you did either one, which is fair enough because it's kind of like meant to surprise you. But if I were to take back the last 24 hours of my life, I would have done it a bit differently. But it's a good game. The acting's really good. I like next. It'd be interesting to see where they go.
It's good. It's an interesting form of storytelling. I guess it's similar to that game that came out a couple of years ago, Heavy Rain.
Yes, very similar.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame. I would like to have played that, but obviously I can't on my Xbox One. Sad. Talking of Xbox One, I've been playing Batman Arkham Knight, as I have been for quite a while now.
Hey, Yanum.
It's good. Really enjoying it. I absolutely love it. As you know, any spare time I've got with my console, I'm playing it. I think I'm getting closer and closer to the big reveal, which isn't so big now because it's so blimmin' obvious now who. But I'm interested to see how Batman reacts. That's I won't say any more, but that's what I'm interested to see. I bet it'll be like, "Oh, it's you."
Yeah, you've kind of worked it out by now, haven't you?
Well, actually, that was ruined for me by GameSpot, the bastards. Fucking told me who it was. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it still. But what I will say, there was a mission. One of the trademarks of these Batman games by Rocksteady is that when you die, the character that's killed you will appear and will just say some threat to you, like, "Haha, I killed you." It's like the game over screen, basically. It's a really cool thing. It makes it
and anyone who's relentlessly done the challenge modes will remember the same ones coming up over and over. That will be like, see, never bear, or something like that, because they say them so often.
Yeah. It's annoying because some of them they don't record many. Anyway, so the one I keep getting is a character going, "You're finished," and Gotham's finished too. And literally, that's the worst threat. It's crap, and it makes no sense because if through the whole game, he's saying he hates Batman and he wants him to die. So all he's saying is, "You're finished," and Gotham's finished too. Surely, he'd be like, "My lifelong dream is accomplished. I can tell you who I am." There you go. Anyway, and
yeah, but then it would spoil it. Imagine how annoyed you'd be if they spoiled it for you in like a post-death scene.
That would be tragic, but I'm really enjoying it, still playing it, and yeah, not long till Mass Effect and Andromeda now, so I still need to finish Dishonored 2 and Gears of War 4 before then, so that's not looking very likely, but we'll try anyway. I've actually been playing a game called, I mentioned this last week or week before, called Xenoraid. I think Xenoraid from 10 Tons. I've been playing that on my Vita. I've actually been really addicted to that this week. Really great game. Different to their usual type of game. 10 Tons known for the match-3 puzzlers. Space game, shoot 'em up, and you get to upgrade your ships, and you get to choose between 4 during the battle, and enemies get harder and harder. What's the nice thing of it is you can, as I said, you can alter between 4 different ships. So if one ship is low on health, you can go to another one, or if you need a ship that's faster moving rather than more firepower, you can change ships. It's really good, really intriguing, really addicted to it, really challenging as well, but not unfairly so. It's just a nice challenge level, which is really good. So really enjoying that. That's Xenoraid, and that's on PlayStation Vita. But Chris, we should get on to some proper news because we've been dilly-daddling here. So what should we talk about first? I want to quickly talk about, Chris, looking at all the shit here in the we have a Google Hangout, people, where we list everything we want to talk about. And what I want to quickly talk about is the Nintendo Switch, which is going to be everyone's favorite console when it comes out in March. So I'm really looking forward to this. Nintendo Switch, I've said, we weren't overly impressed by we weren't blown away by the initial details for it, I think it's safe to say, but I'm still very interested in getting one and seeing where it goes as the year goes on and more games are released for it. But the most important thing and the biggest news story about the Nintendo Switch this week is that the list of launch games has gone up, people. We're now into double figures. That's right. There are going to be 10 launch titles for Nintendo
10.
Switch. A whole, not one, not two, not 9.
I bet it doesn't.
10. I know it's a. God, I really fancy going to like a baker's and getting like a nice glazed donut or something like that. That'd be really nice. I haven't had a donut in ages. I'm really hungry at the moment, doing a lot of gym stuff. Anyway, right, so there's a list here of games that are now coming to to Nintendo Switch, and the games that have been added are all part of a indie studio called Tomorrow Corporation. And they've announced that the indie games, these are classic indie titles, there's 3 of them. We have World of Goo, Little Inferno, and Human Resource Machine are all coming out to Nintendo Switch when it launches on March the 3rd, which is very nice. It's good to know we can have a few more games.
I played World of Goo, like, I would say at least 6 years ago. It's really super old.
Really old. Let me quickly Google it. I've not heard of this game before, but
I think I might have played. I played it on PC.
Yeah,
it's 2008. So yeah, almost a decade ago. I mean, it's a good game. Like, it's a puzzle game, but like, really, like, is this really one of your? Well, anyway, I suppose they've decided to bring it out to it.
Surely, if Tomorrow Corporation can do this, and other developers could do this as well, they could port their games to Nintendo Switch in time for the launch.
Yeah, maybe. But then who wants to play World of Goo again? Like, it's good, but...
Well, it's either that, or you can play Zelda, but who wants to play that crap? Or you can play Just Dance. Woo!
Just Dance, gonna be okay.
Two ends of the spectrum here. You can either play Just Dance or Binding of Isaac. There's the two games you can play on launch, so it couldn't be further apart, those 2 games. Another thing that was announced, so this is sort of disappointing news. So the CEO of Gearbox, which is the team behind Borderlands, so we all like Borderlands. Borderlands 2 came out to PlayStation Vita a couple of years ago. I played that for a bit, and it worked. Didn't work too great, basically. That was the feedback we got from that game. It wasn't the best, but Borderlands 1, 2, and there was a Borderlands 3, wasn't there? There's one called the pre-sequel or something, wasn't there? There's been a few Borderlands games. But the CEO, Randy Pitchford, was asked about whether the Borderlands would be getting a port to Nintendo Switch. And his answer was, this is what he said. Somebody asked me, hey, is there any chance of Borderlands coming to the Switch? And I said, probably not. I don't remember my exact words, but we were talking to them, but I think they have other priorities. So basically, I think they've spoken. Well, from what we gather from this statement here, is they have spoken to Nintendo, but they weren't too bothered about bringing Borderlands out to the Nintendo Switch, which is a shame. And he also said, and it's not a slight, they've got to drive their business. Nintendo tends to be at their best when they're giving us their best experiences with their properties. I think there might be some scenarios where if the Switch becomes a place where there's a huge number of customers and it doesn't compromise the experience that we're making, there could be a scenario where us or Take-Two and 2K decide to take the effort to make it happen. So basically, the long and short of it is Nintendo aren't bothered and Gearbox don't give a crap either. So there you go. But
I mean, it's not really what you'd envision a Nintendo. Like, it's not really something you imagine is desperately wanted on the Nintendo Switch, is it?
But then you could say that about Skyrim. You wouldn't imagine that sort of game going to.
Yeah.
So that's the news we have from Nintendo Switch. So we're going to be bringing you Nintendo Switch every single week now until launch, and who knows, one of us might even buy one on launch day.
You think that's all the Nintendo Switch news, Colin, but it's really not.
Wow, lay some more on me. Come on.
Late last week, there was a Fire Emblem Nintendo Direct, and this slightly escaped our notice because of the Switch themed episode we did last week. But at this Nintendo Direct, a Nintendo Switch title was announced for 2018. It's a new Fire Emblem game, and it's coming in 2018. And we don't actually know anything more on that, but I think it's the first one since
Are you still there? I don't know if Chris can still hear me, so I'm going to keep talking. So Chris is talking about Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem is a game he always seems to talk about. So yeah, I'm not surprised that there's a game coming out to Nintendo Switch. Can I just say, people, if you're watching the video version of this podcast, you can see probably just about through the glare of my amazing lights here that I've got some Tsum Tsums. So if you don't know what Tsum Tsums are, they're amazing cuddly toys, little how do you describe them? Little sort of beanie baby sort of things, little balls of love, which are based off Disney characters. And he's coming back. This is brilliant. The irony is, Chris sounds like a robot, but when we come to explain, it'll probably sound perfect. That's how great Google Hangouts are. So whilst he's still we're trying to get him back, I'm excited because in February they are releasing Wall-E Tsum Tsums, and I love Wall-E and A Bug's Life as well. So two amazing films are going to be getting the Tsum Tsum treatment. I will be getting Wall-E and Eva as a Tsum Tsum, and they'll be added to my pile. I've got 4 here. They'll nestle perfectly on top of my Tsum Tsums. So there you go. Can't help but think we should probably pause it here. This is marvelous. I hope it's not my internet that's died. That'd be disappointing. I was born a champion. Right, so Chris has just told me that his Wi-Fi is down. Well, that is just quite magical, to be honest, everybody. So we're going to continue on without Chris, and we'll see how far we get. So let's look at Chris's news, shall we? So he was talking about Fire Emblem. So let's talk about Fire Emblem, shall we? What was he talking about? Great. I have no details of that whatsoever. I'm just going to read out his news. So, look at this. He's got a big howdy set. The hell is happening on my phone? Hi. Oh, Chris, I don't know your fucking news. This is great, people. I'm looking at Chris's because what we do, we put links into this Google Drive, and then we do the news. And looking at his news, he's not put any articles in. He's just done, just reference points for himself. So Fire Emblem Heroes is coming to mobile. So if you like Fire Heroes, if you like Fire Emblem and you're a Heroes of Handheld, then you'll love the fact that that's coming to mobile. So enjoy that, everybody. Oh, and also if you're a big fan of Fire Emblem, you're in luck, because Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valentia Remastered is coming to 3DS on May the 19th. How exciting. May is almost halfway through the year. Very, very exciting. And if you thought that was it, then you are mistaken, my friend, because Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out this fall for new 3DS and the Nintendo Switch. So isn't that just damn fantastic? Just marvelous. So the news doesn't stop there, people. Nintendo are just bringing it all out. XE Games are one of our favorite companies, our favorite Japanese developer, and they are bringing out Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns. This
Hi.
is very nice. Oh, welcome along to the party, Chris. What took you so long? Help yourself to beer. Have some potato chips, and get comfy.
How are you getting on?
Good. I really like the fact you put all the articles in with no fucking links to stories. So I'm just I'm just making shit up here.
Okay. What have you done?
I've said that all the Fire Emblems are coming out. I'm up to the XE game. This farming game.
So very briefly, at the Fire Emblem Switch, there was at the Fire Emblem event a new Fire Emblem announced for Switch, which comes out 2018. There's also Fire Emblem Warriors, which comes out this autumn. It comes out for Switch and for new Nintendo 3DS. Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valentia is a remaster of an old game from the 90s. It comes out for 3DS on May the 19th. Fire Emblem Heroes is a kind of Android, iOS Fire Emblem game. You can go to events.fire/emblem/heroes.com/vote if you want to feel more involved with the game. It's a kind of preemptive thing where you can pick characters that are going to be in it and stuff. Story of Seasons is very similar to Harvest Moon, and it comes out to North America on February 28th. Trio of Towns, it's called. I mean, I'm just watching the trailer. There's farming in it. You playing Switch again?
Yeah, it took me a while to load it up. Sorry, I think I missed the boat.
That's okay. There was a leak of Nintendo Network IDs. So, like that's your username for Nintendo. They're all on. You can see which names and passwords have been leaked. You should probably change your password anyway, but we'll put a link up, and you can do a Control F for your own name. And I need to check your bank accounts as well. Last but not least, Colin, is a little bit of Pokemon news, because
Chris,
Pokemon new. Yes,
I just did a quick Google search and I found that leak you were talking about. I put a link underneath the bank bit.
Oh, you're gonna put something stupid, aren't you? Guardian. Oh, it's a picture of a leek, a vegetable. That's very clever, Colin.
My favorite leak.
There's a Pikachu Yellow new Nintendo 3DS XL, which comes to North America on February the 24th. It's yellow and it's got Pikachu on it. It looks really cute. So you should be looking into that if you want to get more Nintendo stuff. We'll put a link up. You can have a look at it online. Pokemon Bank is out. That's the thing that lets you transfer your Pokemon. So it's now works with Sun and Moon and the Red, Blue, Yellow remakes as well. So if you want to move some Pokemon around, you can. There are a certain set of rules around which moves and items and stuff they can have. So do read into it. Have a little look at that. And finally, there's a new Pokemon app out for the iOS and I think Android as well, called Pokemon Duel. Now, this only just got brought to my attention, or I'd play it. But it's like a figure sort of moving game. So you have these models and you move them into enemy territory, stuff like that. You can play online, take your team online, duel against real opponents. There's league matches. Obviously, there's in-game currency. It's out on Android and Google Play. And Colin, I would like you to play this for next week, and I'll do the same. It's free, and we can report back next week.
What's the game called?
Pokemon. It's called Pokemon Duel. Yeah.
Well, this reminds me, I've been playing a game. I just want to quickly talk about this game I've been playing on my phone, this app called, it's very simply called Play Golf. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's called Golf Clash. Sorry.
You love a golf game, don't you?
I love golf games, but this is a game that's similar to your issues with Mario Run. You have to be online all the time because the whole premise of it is that you're playing against people from all around the world. It's fun. It looks nice. It plays well. The only issue I have is a bit slow. I like a fast tempo game of golf on my handheld gaming devices, but because of this game, you have to wait for the other player to tee up their shot and shoot the ball. Sometimes you're sort of sitting there waiting to take your turn, and you just think, you know what, I don't want to wait. I just want to be playing golf. But it's nice. It looks nice. It's fun to play, and it's free as well. So check out Golf Clash if you like golf games. Anyway, let me download this app. So Pokemon Duel. So is that Duel's in the
Duel, Duel.
Okay, I'm just going to download that now then. Talking of Pokemon, we haven't done our Pokemon Go update for the week. How's your Pokemon?
Oh, I'm so close. I'm 2 Pokemon away from getting all the originals.
Oh, what ones do you need? What do you need?
I need Chansey and I need Dragonite.
Chansey is really rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chansey's not anywhere.
Very frustrating. How are you getting on with it?
Yeah, good. I'm working towards my executor. Hopefully, I'll get that at some point. What else am I working towards? My Arcanine as well, things like that.
Cool.
So I'm quite a long way behind, but I'm still enjoying it because before I never really wanted to catch them all, which I know is the whole point of Pokemon Go. But now my incentive is to catch all the originals. That's what I want to do. So I've got this added incentive in my head that I really want to do. I'm really enjoying it a lot more now because I'm focused on doing that. So I'm not getting distracted by your Pidgeys and your Rattatas and crap like that. Though saying that, I am still trying to catch a Ditto. So I am still catching Pidgeys and shit every now and then. This game, Pokemon Duel, is it top of the charts anywhere? Because I can't find it.
Duel, like Jewel.
There it is. There it is. It's number 12. It's number 12 on the App Store. Let me download it. Just ironically, at number 13 is Golf Clash. So there you go. Oh, and Design Home just above it.
I wanted to mention one more thing as well, which is that starting tomorrow, there is a sale on the Nintendo Network in Europe. I think it's 30% off every by 30%. Every Zelda game on the 3DS. So Link Between Worlds, Triforce Heroes, Hyrule Warrior Legends, Majora's Mask 3D, Ocarina of Time 3D, Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2 Adventure Link, Zelda Link to the Past, Zelda Link's Awakening DX, Oracle of Ages, and Oracle of Seasons. When I clicked that link for nintendo.co.uk, that's what shut down my Google Chrome. But if you're interested, 30% off is a pretty good deal, and there's also on a bunch of the Wii U titles, and also on the 3DS themes as well. So if you're interested, you can do that.
Marvelous. Fabulous.
Yeah, we'll put the link up. You need a Nintendo Network ID, obviously, but
Oh, fuck that then.
As long as it hasn't been hacked, am I right?
Am I right? Fantastic. I want to quickly mention something very quickly. So very dry on the old Vita news this week. But one thing I did want to mention is that Stoic have released a Kickstarter for the final game in the trilogy of the Banner Saga. So Banner Saga 3 is now on Kickstarter. 41 days to go. They need $200,000 and they are already at 118,000 with 2,500 backers. So they're going to fund, basically. There's no issues here. I'm surprised that they needed to go to Kickstarter because I thought the first two did quite well, maybe. I thought they did quite well, but obviously not. They're needing some support from their fans, which is good. So Banner Saga is that Viking-themed RPG, beautiful art style. First one was on Vita. The second one... still haven't had it on PlayStation Vita yet, but they're hoping it's going to come out early 2017, so anytime now. But it's interesting that we're already talking about a third game, and Lord knows whether this will ever come to PlayStation Vita. We wait and see. Just having a look at the stretch goals here, see what you need for a Vita port. I would hope that it would automatically, even when it funds, it will come to Vita straight away. But maybe that's not right. Let's see if I can.
But the second one hasn't come to Vita yet, so
no, that's the thing, isn't it? It doesn't really say where they want to release it to. That's not good. PS Vita. Let me just quickly search. Oh, great! I've searched PS Vita, and this whole Kickstarter page, 0 results. Well, that's a good sign. Isn't that great? But yeah, if you like the first two Banner Saga games, then help them fund. It's doing pretty well, but I'm sure they could do with a bit of extra cash from you. You can pledge $20 or let's see what the highest amount you can pledge is to get one of these packages. Let's look. So if you pledge $10,000, that's 10,000
Bloody hell.
dollars, you'll get the ultimate level of support. This tier entitles you to be named in the credits as executive producer. Oh, great. Of the Banner Saga. Show your passion for the game by assuming this role, and you'll be invited to a substantial board meeting with the team. If you choose to attend this video conference, so there you go, they won't even pay for your flight. It will involve weighty discussions and planning on the topics of design, art, production, and business. You'll be exposed to intimate knowledge of the hidden lore of the Banner Saga world, and you'll have an influence on the production and design of the game if you choose. Furthermore, you'll be invited to join us at one of the major conferences around the world, including PAX West, PAX Prime, PAX South, or Gamescom. At these conferences, we'll provide you with an exhibitor badge and full access to our booth while we conduct our business there. So you just sit there. It's just like when they take your child to work day.
I mean, £10,000 is a lot of money to give, and it's like
you just get your credits. Basically, that's pretty much all you get. And there's a big list of things you get. You get a digital download of the game.
Well, great.
You get back.
Not even a disc.
No, you actually don't. Oh my god, that's bad. Your name in the credits, exclusive game start screen, exclusive wallpaper, alpha access to game battles, customized lead character. You get a load of crap here, but not really anything that's would be worth $10,000. And do you want to hear the best thing?
Go on.
The game's not releasing till December 2018.
Oh wow.
There you go. So
get settled in
because it's going to be a long old slog for that one. But yeah, when we're still doing the podcast on episode 500, we'll look back on this day and think, oh, do you remember when we spoke about the Banner Saga back in January 2017? Well, here it is.
Oh, wait.
Woo. So yeah, that's pretty much my news for this week. Soz guys, that's all I got for you. I've been too busy playing Batman and playing Xenoraid, but Nintendo Switch is where it's at. So there you go. Chris, have you got anything else for me?
No, only that I've just found out that my flatmate's gone to A&E, so I'm going to wrap up fairly fast if that's all right.
Oh, right, yeah, that's fair. You can go now.
Good luck.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, Rob's at the trampoline park and he's fucked up his ankle, so I'm going to do the article really quick and then work out to next.
Oh man, well, all my best to him. Hope he's
Cheers, I'll let him know.
Jeez. Anyway, so let's wrap this up then. Thank you for listening. It's Heroes of Handheld. We'll be back next week. Well, not same time, but we'll be back next week in some form for you. Don't you worry. We are on Twitter at Handheld Podcast. We are on Facebook, Heroes of Handheld. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere where podcasts are sold. Email us, heroesofhandheld@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And big thanks to the Schnauzer Radio Orchestra who did the theme song for our podcast. So that's all I've got. Thank you for listening, everybody. Chris, it's goodbye from you.
It's goodbye from me.
Brilliant. Thank you for listening.
We murdered that, didn't we?
Yeah, that was terrible. See you next week, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.